Hey everybody, this is Joel. I'm down at Boom Comics in Topeka, and we are talking about the fourth of the four eras in the Dryden experiment. This is Codex Two. Just to bring you up to date on the story as we are so far, we left us off at the end of the dark, or out in the middle of the dark, where these nightmare sort of creatures and experiences were happening, and we were looking for a lot of sort of dark fiction to have fun with. Now, what happens at the end of this, when we go off just into the infinite future of our galaxy, is that the rules are completely unhinged. We are looking for space fantasy. Any of you who remember the movie Wizards, the world explodes in 1,000 atomic fireballs, and then as it's recovering, the fairies and elves and magical creatures all come back, and you end up with this weird hybrid of technology and magic. And absolutely, Codex 2 is the land of this space, dragons and magical creatures, and anything that can be defined as having happened in space or in a science fiction kind of universe, but just doesn't fit anywhere else. There was a wonderful book that I read many years ago where there was only a single planet, but it had been shattered. I think it may have been called Shattered World, as a matter of fact. And dragon-hided sailing ships were flying back and forth between planets. Treasure Planet by Disney has this wonderful space station that's a moon, and ships mount up on it and take off, and we're looking for anything that doesn't fit anywhere else in science fiction but does happen in space. So far, this is a largely undiscovered country. We've spoken to one author. We're going to speak to her again tomorrow, who has a sort of a feline species that exists in space, and it looks like maybe she's got a Codex II species, but that's really the only thing that we've had that looks like it may belong out there. It's a wide open era. We can write what we want. We can draw what we want. If it's fantastic and far out there, the farther and weirder, the better. If it belongs on a velvet poster under black light, this is probably the place for it. So I don't have a whole lot to say about it right now because I don't have a whole lot to find. I assume that I'm going to come back and replace this video once somebody starts writing in Codex 2. So if you've got stuff that's clearly fantasy, but you feel like belongs in space, draw it, write it, paint it, make a game out of it, and put it here under the Creative Commons model, and we'll work with you to get it promoted. So this is the placeholder video for Codex 2. Look back to this spot later for something exciting and weird. So, hey, I'm Joel. This is Boom Comics. Thank you very much.